Models are us, pieces of the puzzle. This is sort of a regroup so you have a sense of where it is that I'm coming from. When I develop models, I develop them either in Kumu using my Kumu template. The template I developed because I got tired of doing all of the setups associated with defining a context so that my models were structured and decorated the way that I wanted them to be. And if you access this template, there are a number of videos that explain all of the various and sundry pieces that are defined and how to go about using them. Or the model is developed in Insight Maker using this template. And all of the models that I create are public so that if you access them, you can clone them and do anything with them that you choose. Recycling content is a good idea. Now, because after using this a number of times, I just got tired of cloning this particular template and then having to delete all of the content so I could start over again. So I created a blank version of it, which has got all of the same definitions. It just doesn't have anything actually defined in terms of content. Then in October, I did a musing, which I called "and," which described my approach to developing models, which, if you look at it, is extremely short. The shorter, the better, concise, as uncomplicated as I think I could possibly make it. And then when I develop a model, all of my associated references for that model are maintained in my Diigo library. Diigo is a bookmarks manager which allows me to bookmark web pages to include PDFs and images and notes and outlines and various and sundry things. I've been using it for a long time. There are probably better ones, but the reason that I prefer it is because it allows me to annotate references that I capture, so that in terms of this particular article, you notice that all of these colored highlights are mine. And the idea was that I could go through, when I'm reading a reference, I could highlight it consistent with the legend so I could identify the stocks, variables, the direct and the inverse relationships that are in that reference, so that when I migrate the content of the reference to the model, it's easier because I've already defined the pieces. Well, I found out after doing this in a number of articles that I still think it's a good idea. It requires more trial and learning on my part because the result turned out to be mostly a disaster. It was not nearly as usable as I thought that it would be, and I'll just keep working at it until I figure out that I have it figured out, or I figure out that I need a new thought as to how to proceed. So the link to the musing that contains this video and the links to all of these pieces is in the notes section of the video if you want to reference it. So this is, as I said, this is just some background to sort of restabilize or my own thoughts about where I'm coming from, because I started the musings to focus on models, and somewhere along the way I got distracted and not spending the focused time that I wanted to on developing models, and I'm about to get back on track. So hope you find this of interest, and I'll see you in another video soon. Bye.